What's up, guys? It's Onion back with another video, and today is going to be the first part of I'm going to make three videos, kind of all about the celebration. They're like I don't know, like sponsored by, I guess, sponsored by uh, my 200 subscribers. Past 200 subscribers, I think yesterday or the day before. Um, so I'm gonna like kind of like three videos. They're all kind of about that, but um, this one is not really at all about that. It's kind of I feel like the 200 subscribers thing is also gonna be like a series about how Nitro Type is, probably gonna be dead soon, and so this is probably gonna be the last like milestone that I hit on my channel. Um, you know, um, Still talking about Nitro Type, and that's basically for the events that I'm going to be talking about in this video. Um, the second video is probably going to be a video about um, like what I'm doing for the rest of the season, and that's probably what my channel is going to be mostly about until the end of the season. It's just like updates on the season, like how it's going, what's happening like in the competitive scene. Um, and then the last video is just going to be my 2K session. Um, I'm probably only gonna upload the last like I don't know 10 or less races, and then just give like a recap of it. But yeah, so that's the plan for the next three videos. So this one is Friday, and then that season update video is going to be on Saturday, so tomorrow, and then the 2K is on Sunday. That's the plan. Yeah, so getting into this first video, I thought it was basically the most important video to make. That's why I have it first, and then they kind of go down in importance after that for the three. So this video is going to be about how how the Nitro Type admins, ever since they took out the leaderboards, have been planning to sell out their game. Um, and I don't mean sell out that like, you know, they sold it to like some evil people. And I don't know. There's an argument to be made that they themselves are evil. And by they, I mostly just mean like Travis and Austin, because I don't think the other people really have much of a say. They're kind of just doing their job, and Travis and Austin are really like the people behind the scenes, like who tell them basically what to do. Um, like no hate to like Overcomer and Adrian or anyone like that, um, because I do believe that they're just doing their job and they do care about the game, and they might have done something different, but they just those are their bosses and they have to follow them. Like ultimately, I I can't blame anybody for like wanting to keep their job over like keeping a community in a kids typing game. Like, yeah, that would just be silly. But it is sad. So yeah, let's get into it. So ever since 2020, Nitro Type's kind of been like these silent like overlords of the game, basically, where they're not really disclosing anything that they want to do. There's not a lot of updates happening either. Um, there's only like really like actually I don't even know if there was really anybody who had contact with the admins. I think Travis was in a few servers before, but not after. Certainly not after the leaderboards were taken out. And then Adrian was in a few servers. I don't think he is anymore. But yeah, so like they kind of became silent overlords of the game, where like instead of like kind of sharing the space with the community was its own thing, and then the game was like its other thing. And it didn't really matter at that point because it was honestly like the worst time for Nitro Type. They just had their peak, COVID. Leaderboards were going crazy. There was tons of people playing. Um, the community was at its highest, and then the botting accusations kind of got to a peak, and so instead of dealing with it and creating an anti-cheat, they just banned the leaderboards. Which like fine. It honestly was unhealthy. Like if Coach O actually did what she did in season 27, that's insane, and that's like not. It's just not healthy. So I could see it. Like I could at least see it, right? And so then the game just kind of got overrun with bots. They kind of banned them at the end of every season, from like after season 30, basically when they banned leaderboards, like season 31 and on. But once it got to like 2022, it was kind of just like, as long as you weren't going like over 200 words per minute and like doing like 2K a day, you're probably safe. Even Batman was doing like literally 2.2, 2.3 a day. And by that I mean 2.2 thousand races a day. And just kind of got away with it, you know. Um, account sharing was kind of like technically like still not specifically banned by Nitro Type, so people just claim that they were account sharing, and then it was like, oh, I guess if there's a chance, it wasn't like if there's a chance that they're botting, we kick them off the team. It's like, oh, if there's a chance that they're not botting, we cannot kick them off the team. Like, I remember, like, that was like really the time that I like quit for a while, because it was just like, this guy did 2 million points in a week, and they were like, oh yeah, he's legit. And I mean, like, I guess he could have been account sharing, but like it was Batman, so it wasn't. It's just a bot. And like there's no way, there's not a way to make it anti-cheat, right? Like, you have the website, like, there are a lot of things that you can do on the website itself, like invisible things, invisible like text things that a bot would see but like a person wouldn't see. And then even off the website, like, we know now the leaderboards have like the external leaderboards, like they have detecting botters literally just with their stats and the data they pull from Nitro Type. But that's not a thing anymore. We'll get to that later. So it's 2022, 2023, and then so less and less people are getting banned. Legend is like the last like legit person who's still competitive. Obviously, Craze and Pickles are still racing competitive. So is Dylan J. Like, they all get to like Wildflower. Craze almost has Wildflower, and then there's just like tons of bots. Bots are getting 300K, 200K all over the place. There's like to be in the top 100, you have to have like 200K now, because they're just all of these bots getting to 200K. And then SSL, Discord bots, it's just getting even more insane. People are doing like 10K a day with SSL, which is basically like you're not even on the website anymore. You're not even like, you're like in the code, like putting in like inputting races through code. Like, you're not even like actually like having a thing that's typing for you. You're just like putting the races in the website. Or I think that's how it works. I'm not like a genius coder or anything, so don't quote me here. But basically, like, they're doing more races than should be possible a day. So like, it's something crazy that's going on. And it's just getting more insane, more insane. And then finally, they have the ban wave. And so, okay, everybody thinks that the game is fixed. And so why did they do this? Well, it's because they just announced leagues. And they want people to come back to their game. So now they have this thing where they say, oh, we're keeping Nitro Type fair and free and bot free. We banned all the bots. So now all these crazy bots, they're gone. Nobody's doing 2K a day. Even at the start of season 55, you know, like when the botters are getting more confident, we have XYZ paid version where it's basically undetectable. There's nobody really doing more than like 1K a day. Even those bots, the highest I saw was like 1.4K a day. And that was just some random guy who made a bot and they were doing 1.4K a day. Um, and then I stopped him just from having a conversation because of course, the nitro type wasn't going to do anything, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm botting, of course." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I thought so." And I was like, "Damn, yeah, it sucks that me talking to you is like better moderation than nitro type not literally not doing anything." I can see the bot with my own it's if a player can look at the batches, can look at the stats and be like, yeah, like it's obvious this person is botting. They should already be banned. Like this is not like if you don't even have the resources that NitroType has to detect bots, like they have the website, they can put in stuff that we can't even see, and that should be a way that they catch bots. But it's the things that we can see that are 100% proof of them being bots, and they're still not banned. And it's like, okay, at this point we know. We know Nitro Type doesn't care at all. And I mean, we really already knew that from the first week when people were doing Auto Typer in Season 53, right after the ban wave, right? Like, we already knew that. But, like, it's just kind of like proof, you know? And it's also proof because Tommy, who's develops the Nitro Type leaderboards, the on-render NC leaderboards, which is what we mostly use now for season leaderboards. It's down now, but it's supposed to be coming up. I don't really know anything about that. Apparently, I tried to look up my name, Onion, and it says I'm #1 for the season, so that's cool. Um, uh, and so it's like, yeah, we have Tommy has contact or had, I think it's had contact with the admins, and they asked for his detection thing. And he detects like a lot of the bots that like are very easy to see, and even some ones that aren't easy to see. But it's just like he has a way to see if like it's possible for people to actually do that. Patterns of bots and stuff like that. He sends it to Nitro site, and of course they don't do anything with it. Of course not. What is this? What, you think they care? No, we already knew they didn't care, but it's just the proof, it's the proof. And so basically, what was I trying to say? I was trying to go back to the start. So basically, why did they do this? Why did they say they were going to ban all these bots and then not ban these bots? Or they banned the crazy bots, right? They banned the craziest bots, and the trading accounts and all that stuff is kind of gone. So that was their main goal, I think, is to get those crazy bots out and these kind of more sneaky, more low-key, believable bots in. And that's because they want their end game strategy is to kill the community. Their end game strategy is to kill the community, especially the competitive community, because we send the most support requests. We care the most about botting, all this stuff, and we're only a tiny fraction of their player base. Like, think about the NT Discord; it has like 6K, right? But there's 70 million accounts on NitroType, and of course, most of those are like random alter stuff. But like, there's probably like a couple 100,000 people playing every day, and if we're just a few thousand, we're 1%. At maximum 1%. And they can afford to lose us this 1% in order to just make their game like it's like nobody cares about botting, and once they take out the seasons and put in events like they said they were, there's not really going to be any seasons. The only thing that's like kind of competitive is leagues, which most people already know they don't have a chance for anyways. Like, most people are just playing Nitro type. There's no way. They probably think that there's no way that they're gonna get to Legend League or like you know like get to the tournament and actually win, right? And so they see somebody like me. I'm beating these bots. I mean, you just saw it. I'm beating these bots, and in their eyes, I'm no different from those bots. Yeah, maybe the bots are going a little faster and it's a little less believable, but like if you're not going like 180, you don't know how hard it is to get to 180 and why that's probably a bot. So you can see, huh? I don't know why my script didn't work, but I have some script that's supposed to say if it's a bot or not. But like you can see, like if I'm beating the bots, why would they think those are bots if they didn't know, right? And they don't know. So they're never gonna know what's a bot and what's not. Nitro type doesn't have to ban anybody. So they're spending all their time banning people, right? But it's just for us. We're the only ones who care. We're the only ones who know. And so what they would rather do is they would rather kill the whole community. No more competitive, no more seasons, no more leaderboards. They shut off the API. They shut off the API. NT Comps is gone. Nusakin quit, right? And now it's only NT leaderboards, which is like, it's not up. We don't really know what's going on with that. I don't think they want it to be up, because they didn't give Tommy API access. And so if it does come up, that's like a miracle. But there's only so long before they take it down because they don't want it to be up. Because Tommy had access to the admins, and they gave him API access, and I think they turned it off as soon as they turned off the NT Comps one, as soon as they turned off everyone's. And so, like, they don't want leaderboards. They don't want anybody taking their API. They don't want anybody touching anything. And so, what's going to happen once, well, A, what's going to happen once seasons are gone? There's nothing to track for competitive. There's races, maybe. But all there's going to be, it's going to be like 2015, right? And that's, I think, where they want their game to go, honestly, is there's not really any competitive. People who are interested in cars are going to buy those bundles. They're going to buy gold to get cash. Maybe they'll keep leagues, because leagues is like, it's like very individualized, like you can't see what's going on in the other leagues. You don't know what the end game really looks like. You don't know like the top of the top are really doing. And so you're just thinking, oh, I'm here. If I promote. If I don't, I don't. But there's tons of people in the Legend League who are way better than me. And really, it's like, I mean, we can see it, right? Like I have 5 million, of course, and I don't think anyone who's playing Nitro casually is gonna get 5 million. But like, you only need like 2K, and like, yeah, that would kind of suck to do if you're playing Nitro casually. I don't think when I was playing Nitro casually in like 2017, I ever would have done a 2K in a week. I think my longest session was like 150. And I thought that was insane. It was long races, but like 2.5K, like, yeah, okay, yeah, this is a bot, but like, you really only need like around 2K. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So we have some legit players, about 6 legit players in the top 10. And then this one's probably a bot. These 2 are bots. So it's really like they kind of want it to be like an individualized game, where maybe like if you're playing in a school, you're playing with people you know in your school. If if you're in a team, you know, like you're not like there's not even a team like leaderboard. Like you don't get anything for winning team leagues. So that's kind of I feel like that's what they want. It's just they want yeah, schools and just people who like enjoy the game for what it is and like enjoy the cars and buy like the bundles and gold and all that stuff. So I think that's their end game. And so maybe if Tommy's leaderboard stays up, they won't really care if it's just like who has the most races because, you know, like people like casual players aren't going to try to get on that and the community's going to die. Nobody's going to care about botters anymore. And Tommy's either going to get his thing broken, taken down, or quit. Musakin already quit. Um, and then eventually people who are competitive just have no reason to play the game. And the wiki will stay how it is because there's not really going to be any new ways to get notable. And it will kind of be like, it will almost be like, I mean, I don't want to get too dramatic with it, but it will almost be like if you're like a school kid, right? And let's say you play in like 2022 or 2023 or 2024, and then you like come back to the game, like you remember this game, um, and like you look up like the wiki and you find like Penguin Typer and like my channel, probably not mine because it's pretty small, but like you know like Pickles or like Ace Typer, and you find all these people, and when the game was like vibrant, had a huge community, and then you try to find that community, it's gone, and it'll be like finding Pompeii. It would be like finding Pompeii. You know, a vibrant community, and then one day, an action that they had no control over just came through, froze everything. So yeah, I think that's just about where Nitro Type is headed. We're gonna be the ruins of Pompeii. That's pretty sad, but yeah, that's about it. See ya.